Let's just dive into the numbers, shall we? When it comes to inflation, this economy, Biden's plummeting poll numbers, Democrats accelerating neuroses and fear over losing power in the midterms. This is what we're up against, friends. This is what we're seeing all over the place. CPI up 9.1% year over year in June. 9.1%. That is a disastrous number for the Democrats. You see that and you say to yourself, hold on a second. So we're spending an average of 9, getting on 10% more for a whole lot of things we really need. Yeah, actually. People are poorer. People have less money. People have less ability to pay their bills, to meet their needs, to save and try to build greater financial stability and freedom for themselves. For example, the prices we're talking about here, year over year, the month of June, gasoline up 59.9%, food up 10%, housing up 5.6%. So your gas is a whole lot more expensive. Your food is considerably more expensive. Even your housing has gone up a bit. And what we've seen here is that it is unlikely that anything is going to change this anytime soon. This could continue on grinding inflation, which means month after month, the money that you're putting into a bank account will be worth less. It means that the earnings that people have, their actual wages, go less far. Here, for example, you can see that hourly earnings are down 3.6% year over year. So earnings are down. Inflation is up. The cost of everything you need is up. And they want you to believe that this was unforeseeable. That's just not true. You see, this is what happens when people start playing insane games with the money supply and thinking that they can just spend trillions of dollars, that they can tell people to stay home. We'll pay you to not work. That seems like a good idea, except you think, well, what is actually then the basis of the productivity, the goods and services that our money is built on? Where does all this come from? If that is okay, why don't we just print $1 million and give it to everybody? We'll all be rich. We didn't quite do that, but we did run an experiment in running those printing presses while you have a massive drop in GDP and productivity. And now we're dealing with the consequences, cause and effect. There were many of us in the early days of the pandemic who said, you do not shut down your economy. This is crazy. You don't tell people that their whole industry is on pause. You don't say that they're going to just get checks to work at home when they're not actually working in any meaningful way. That's going to come back to bite you, and we're being bitten real hard right now. That's what's actually going on. Now, the Biden White House doesn't want to have people actually understand this. They want to continue to lie to you, to tell you things that are clearly not true. Here is Vice President Harris, for example, who's saying that the inflation numbers, they don't really reflect the drop in gas prices. Watch.
But it is important to note that these numbers do not fully reflect the recent drop in gas prices. Average national gas prices have fallen every day for nearly 30 days. Since mid-June, prices are down 40 cents a gallon. Fighting inflation is one of our administration's top.